What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Double Coverage. Hope you're still living, loving, and breathing sport. I am Dom with the great man, Sauce. What is happening, mate? It's a stinking hot day here in Melbourne. I think Sauce is frozen already, mate. He was on one bar leading into this pod. He just got the intro in, and he's cooked. So I'm going to speak for him. I think he's pretty happy with the way everything's going at the moment. So a bit's been happening in sport this week. Obviously, we had the NBA in-season tournament final, ladies and gentlemen. The final. We've got EPL on the cards, the SPL on the cards. We can talk about the Kings Cup if we really want to from the SPL this morning because the GOAT is scoring left, right, and center at the moment. UFC and then straight into hobby talk. I'm not sure how long this ep will go for, but we'll probably smash through it. No special guests this week. Just off the top of the show, big thank you to Tyson Beck. If you haven't watched last week's episode and your friends haven't watched last week's episode, Tyson Beck did jump in at the end of episode 179 and gave us a bit of a run through on what's been happening with his signings. Obviously, his Tyreek Hill collab dropped today. So congratulations to him. All went really well. I think Saucy picked up a Tyson Beck Tyreek Hill auto. Yes?
Yes, number 23. How are we, Doma?
Very nice. I know that Matty Cam's also picked one up, so congrats to him as well. Fantastic effort from Tyson, and thanks again for jumping on last week. Truly appreciated. Brett, welcome. Good to see you in the chat. And Saucy, how are you? I was just saying at the top of the show, mate, before your internet went on the frazzle, that it's a nice hot day, but I said you're in good spirits.
Lakers, that's why, baby.
We're starting there, so let's get straight into the NBA. Another title. So this is pretty much all we're going to talk about with the NBA for this week. The in-season tournament final, you came up against the Pacers. You get the job done. LeBron not only wins his fifth title source, he wins another MVP. Another MVP. Yeah.
Finals MVP.
He had another all-NBA team, the all-in-season NBA tournament team. So he made that squad. First ever to do it. Anthony Davis is the greatest center to ever play basketball and the greatest Lakers center of all time to play in-season NBA tournament basketball. So there you go. You can hold your head up high. On the Mount Rushmore at the moment, there's two Lakers players. So how happy are you right now?
Hey, LeBron's got his fifth title. That's all that matters. And let me just tell you, Adam Silver, at the end of the people were giving him shit. He's actually a genius because it created a bit of interest in the season at this time of the year. Obviously, that you've got the NFL season, which is dominating, coming towards the end of the season. A lot of Americans not really paying attention to basketball as much. It's a long season. It generated that interest. The viewership went up, and guys played at a higher level, a higher intensity, because they wanted that 500 bands. So well done to them, the NBA. And well done to the Lakers and for bringing home another title and the first to ever do it in the in-season tournament, which I'm telling you right now is not going anywhere. It is here to stay.
Well, have you seen what they said?
It'll be for the next 10 years.
Did you hear what they said, what they want to do for next year? Unfortunately for the Lakers for this year, but what they're thinking about next year, the team that wins the in-season tournament gets an automatic playoff spot, Source. Not that you just need to finish in the top 10. If you win this tournament, you can finish bottom and just get an automatic playoff spot. So why would you even try in the season, mate? I'd win the tournament, tank, try and get in the lottery pick, and get an automatic spot in the playoffs. They're thinking about that for next year.
I'll tell you what.
Mate, LeBron is going to play till he's 50, bro. LeBron is playing till he's 50. He's going to try and win every year, bro.
Wins the in-season tournament and just rests the rest of the year. Just makes it to the playoffs. He's rested as him and AD just going to rest up.
We just need AD to play. AD just needs to play 30 games a season, bro, and then get into the playoffs.
They play the last 10 games to get off a bit of rust, and that's it.
That's it, mate. But I'm seriously, they're actually considering doing that for next year.
Oh, that is unreal. That is unreal. Hey, look.
Realistically, the awesome thing is it's a bit like what baseball do with their all-star team. You know, the East versus West equivalent in the MLB. Whoever wins that gets home court advantage.
Okay. Yep.
So it actually incentivizes the teams to try and win that all-star game, and then obviously try in the regular season if they're in the playoff contention, because if they finish with the better record, they'll get the home final in the series. So maybe that's what happens. The team that wins the in-season tournament, well, maybe that's what they do with the All-Star. You have the in-season tournament gets a playoff spot, and then the All-Star thing, whoever wins it, they get home court advantage in the finals. Just imagine that. It actually gives more
So what happens?
credibility.
Whoever wins it, you get one less spot on that side. So if it's an East team, one less spot to qualify for the rest of
Yeah.
the teams.
Yeah, but you still have the playing. You got to have the playing.
No, you gotta have the playing.
You got to have the playing, mate. It's the greatest thing of all time, the playing. Just imagine that. All you need to do is either finish in the top 10 next season or win the in-season tournament. So there's 11 opportunities next year, technically. Sorry,
Mate, they're
21
They're getting
opportunities.
like FIFA, how they're taking the teams from 32 teams in the World Cup to 48 teams or something like that in the
Bro.
next World Cup.
And
Or whatever it is.
Italy's probably still not going to qualify for the World Cup. So they barely made the Euros.
Oh, they just scraped by, yeah.
Just scraped by. But LeBron's legacy source, it's set now. He's just winning everything, every accolade. The all-tournament team was Giannis, I cannot shoot, bro. Anthony Davis, Kevin, the Slim Reaper, Durant, LeBron. I'm going to take a break for the rest of the season, James, and try when he actually wants to try, which we saw. He only tries in the in-season tournament games, mate, and he just dominated. And then I'm not going to bag this guy because this is the guy that probably should have been the MVP, and it was Tyrese Halliburton. Absolutely dominated. But seriously, LeBron turned back the clock. In every in-season tournament game, he just dominated. I've never seen him play this good for it's just unreal. He wanted those bands, Source. Even that he's going to be worth over $1 billion. He wanted those 500 bands. That's what he wanted.
He's another chip. And as he said, LeBron himself, when you're the first to do something, then no one can ever top it.
That's a fair point. And all you Jordan lovers out there, you tell me how many in-season tournaments Jordan won.
Don't wind them up like that, Dom. Don't wind them up. We still respect Jordan. Jordan was a baller, of course. Greatest ever.
No, but I'm just loving every single back and forth that's happening out on the socials at the moment.
It's hilarious.
Honestly, every time LeBron wins something, it sparks the Jordan-LeBron debate. And it's so funny. You just get your popcorn out, you sit back, and you just watch everyone going at each other. It's just so funny. It's so funny. So, well done to the Lake Show. They worked out Halliburton. They worked him out. Yep. You just double team him in the final, mate. That's what they did. They double team in, force everyone else to handle the ball. He still had 11 assists, mind you. Still had 11, but he couldn't get his shots as easy.
Couldn't get his shots as easy. That's right.
So, good stuff to the Lake Show. That's it for the basketball source
length,
at the moment.
And we put a lot of length on him. That was the thing.
Yeah, 100%. Now we work towards the Christmas games. Pretty much, that's what we're working towards, and then the All-Star break. But it was good. It actually, like you said, Source, generated a bit of excitement early in the season. And happy days. It's here to stay, that's for sure. So, good stuff. All right, let's move on, Source, to the EPL. It's been a fantastic week for some teams, and it's been an absolute rabble for others. No comment for some of these teams. I'm not sure if we covered these games. Sixth. What's the sixth? Fifth. No, we haven't covered these ones. Wolves, Burnley. So Wolves defeated Burnley 1-0. Arsenal defeat Luton 4-3, Source. And you woke up and you sent me the screenshot. You're like, what the hell's going on? And then you literally just messaged me when you kicked that winner. And you're like, I'm losing my shit.
I was running around the couch, losing my absolute marbles. But I'll tell you what, we made it hard for ourselves. I
Oh,
mean,
of course you
they make
did.
those goalkeeping errors, and against the better teams, you're gonna get found out. So look,
100%.
we didn't follow it up with a win against Aston Villa, which was disappointing. So
No, I'll get
in
to
a
that.
sec.
That's for sure. Liverpool defeat Sheffield 2-0. Fulham defeat Nottingham 5-0. Bournemouth defeat Palace 2-0. Brighton defeat Brentford 2-1. Manchester United defeat Chelsea 2-1. Anyway, no comment on that one. Aston Villa defeat Man City 1-0. Played them off the park. You watched this game, Source. So this was obviously the lead into them playing you.
Yeah,
So
played
obviously there
very
was a
well.
lot of
Played a lot better than City. Could have been 2-0. Had in my opinion, the better attacking threat. A lot of the time, City just one of those occasions where they just, they a lot of passing, not too much threat in terms of goal action. There was obviously a few saves that Martinez had to make, as it's a game of football, but not the usual potency that you're used to seeing from Manchester City. So Villa played very well, and Villa are looking a threat. I mean, don't think that for any moment here, right? Obviously, they have don't get a lot of, don't cop a bunch of injuries to key players like Ollie Watkins. You got, I think, Ward Prowse is in that team. I believe he plays for them. Yeah. So you don't want injuries to some of those key guys. Obviously their goalkeeper, and if they can stay fit, I mean, what's to stop them from contesting for the league this season? I mean, they're 1 point behind. We're nearly halfway through the season. 1 point behind. They've done well in the Europa League, which they're in. I think they've already qualified in the Europa League, so I think they can take it easy on their upcoming game. What's to stop them? I mean, maybe they bring in a couple extra guys in January, bolster their squad. Club sees potential to potentially win a title. They're right in the mix, and they're playing good football. Their defense is solid. Their defense is solid, Dom. And if you have a good defense, you always got an opportunity to win games when you don't concede many goals.
They've been unreal, man, this season. And Unai Emery's done a fantastic job as manager. He's got it worked out, and you can see the progression there of Aston Villa because they were pretty good last season too, yeah? You could see they were building towards something, and then this season they've put it all together so far. Early on, it's still early days, but they've put it together pretty well. And they've knocked off City, and they've knocked off Arsenal within the week. I'll get to that game in a second. Everton defeat Newcastle 3-0. West Ham beat Tottenham 2-1. I caught this game. I was surprised, to be honest. Tottenham played them off the park. They were, and then West Ham turned up in the second half and got the job done. They were 1-0 up at half time as well, Tottenham, and then they just capitulated. Liverpool defeat Palace 2-1. Wolves 1-1 with Nottingham. Sheffield, Brentford. Sheffield win this 1-0. Brighton 1-1 with Burnley. Man City defeat Luton 2-1. They're looking a bit shaky. They're not convincingly beating teams, Man City, either these days. So Luton was up 1-0 at halftime in this game, ladies and gentlemen. So they're really pushing their luck. Fulham defeat West Ham 5-0. Everton defeat Chelsea 2-0. Tottenham smashed Newcastle 4-1. And then we'll get to our two games. Aston Villa, as we said, backed up their win against City, defeating Arsenal, Source. Fantastic win. Was there a bit of controversy in this game? I'm not sure. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, controversy for sure. We should have had a penalty. Gabriel Jesus, in my eyes, clear as day, penalty. Referee has not given it. They've even overlooked it at, the VAR has looked at it. Hasn't sent him to the monitor. Didn't send him to the monitor, but gave it the all clear. And anyone, please go watch that and tell me how that is not a penalty. How it was not a penalty, I have no idea. So there was that. There was Odegaard missed 2 chances, which, usually one of those 2, he takes that chance. Am I saying that we deserve to win the game? No. Am I saying we did enough to get a result after going down within the first 10 minutes? Yes, we at least deserved a point in that game. We even had a goal disallowed, right? It was one of those things, right? The ball came in, it bobbled around. It happened to hit the Aston Villa's guy's arm before it ricocheted onto Havertz's body, then tapped his hand, but his hand was like up near his body in front of his hand. Body hand straight away went down, and Havertz sort of just fumbled the ball in. There was like bodies everywhere. Referee's blown his whistle, said handball. If the referee gave it a goal and they turned around and tried to overturn it, it was one of those things that they went with the ref's call. If the referee called that a goal and they tried to look at that, they wouldn't have overturned it because it was all incidental handball. And in my opinion, what is the player supposed to do? Why you could have technically, if you're going to call a handball, why didn't you call it on the Aston Villa player as the ball came over? Because it was incidental. He didn't really mean to hit the ball. Your hand was right next to his body. Same with Havertz. Hits his body, then hits his hand, then falls down, and he like bobbles it in with his foot over the bodies. It doesn't get called a goal. It's unfortunate. I thought we had the equaliser, and that was late on. So look, we had enough chances, and in my opinion, on another day, especially with the penalty call, that was a big one. We get a result. So I think we did enough. I'm disappointed that we lost, but in terms of the manner of the way we went about it after we went down a goal, I mean, we outplayed them severely. Outplayed them and played through their lines a lot better than City was able to play because they employed the press. They're not scared under Emre. They're not scared to get up and press teams when they're trying to play out from the back. But what I seen against City, they were able to catch them out quite a few times. We were able to play a lot better through that press. And, we were getting in behind a lot of times. At times we were playing that ball and Zinchenko would pick up the ball in midfield, come take that position in midfield like he does off the left flank. And then just a long ball over the top because they had a high line. Martinelli, I'll just say this. If he doesn't go away this season and just work on that left foot, just being able to just pull it onto the left foot and put in a decent cross on that left, he's always going to be one-dimensional, always going to want to come back in on that right. And, if he could have, in that game, taken it onto that left, he could have been in behind so many times. I reckon we could have got numerous sweaty back post goals where a guy literally just coming in on the back post for a tap in. But the thing is, when he'll run out to that left and then he'll check back every time instead of just using his pace to burn past. And if he uses his pace to burn past, as soon as you burn past him, take that next touch where your body takes him in front of him. They bring you down to yellow card. If they're on a yellow card, they can't bring you down because then it's going to be a red card. Mate, you put more pressure on defense. So for me, that's the one area of Martinelli's game where he lacks. Saka can actually do that. You see that. He's not the best on his right, and he wants to cut in on his left all the time. But you'll see him. He'll go to his right. He'll win corners. Martinelli's very hesitant. Very hesitant. And in that game there, if he could have done that, mate, we would have been in behind so many times. I mean, he got so many balls over the top. He just lacked that ability to take it on his left foot. Which is bizarre because I've seen him score goals on his left foot, take it on his left and kick it across the keeper and score goals. So I don't understand why he doesn't want to take it on more often. But nonetheless, enough of me speaking about rambling on about Arsenal. Aston Villa's,
they're the real deal.
Giving it to the best of the teams. They're the real deal, and they shouldn't be taken lightly by any team this season.
Definitely. Hello, Global. Welcome. He's obviously outside. He's boiling because it is quite warm this evening here. Is that Christmas carols? Good luck with that. That's what you have to look forward to.
Chuck us in the pocket. Put us on the earpiece, mate. Don't worry, mate.
Do the old fashioned AirPod. Just put in your hand and just put your hand on your ear like this, and just watch the Christmas carols and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm very interested." But then we're just playing in that left ear, mate. Now you get all your sport fix. That's how you got to do it. All right, let's move. Oh no, we've got one more game. Man United lost to Bournemouth 3-0. Mate, almost.
Give us your quick sum up. So what, Solanke scored a hat trick? Is that right?
Did Solanke score a hat trick or a brace?
Oh, he scored.
I should have a look at this actually. Have a look. Billing. Okay. Sinisi, Billing, Solanke. Now Solanke had one. What do you want me to say, Sauls? I don't know what to say. We lost that Old Trafford to Bournemouth 3-0. Like,
What was
we
the crowd?
lost.
What was the crowd like at the end?
They booed the living shit out of our team, mate. You want to see hostility? Go watch that game. Just go watch the last 3 minutes.
Oh, I might have to go
The
watch the
boos,
last
mate.
3 minutes.
You know what the boos were like? It's reminiscent source, the boos of when they weren't playing Ronaldo and the game was ending and they were just booing Ten Hag, mate, and booing the club because they weren't putting on the GOAT. It was exactly the same. It's hilarious, mate. It's funny.
So who have you got next, Doma? Because where's it going to turn around?
We have, ladies and gentlemen, I'll get to the fixture in a second, but I can tell you straight off the bat exactly who we're playing next. Monday morning, 3:30 a.m. I think we're going to Anfield to play Liverpool. So that is who we're playing next, Sauce.
Wow.
And before we have to go travel there, we have to go travel to Munich, and we've got to play Bayern tomorrow morning in the Champions League, which we'll also get to in a second. But it's not looking good for Man United fans at all. So the games coming up within the next week, because fair few games that have happened, which is fantastic. We got Nottingham, Tottenham, 7 a.m. That is on 7 a.m. on Saturday morning. That's a good one, Sauce. Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Everyone can catch that one. Sunday morning, Bournemouth, Luton, Chelsea, Sheffield, Man City, Palace, Newcastle, Fulham, Burnley, Everton. And then Monday morning, Arsenal, Brighton at 1 a.m., Brentford, Aston Villa at 1 a.m., West Ham, Wolves at 1 a.m., and Liverpool, Man United. Yes, it is at Anfield, 3:30 a.m. Monday. Wow.
I'm calling 3-1 Liverpool.
You're actually going to give us a goal?
Yeah, I'll give you a goal.
You've lost.
Well, hey.
He's not playing Rashford. You know that.
Oh, there's another falling out with Ten Hag. He'll be gone too in January.
He is going to be gone, probably. So it's not looking good. So yeah. Let's get on to the Champions League fixtures. They are tomorrow morning. We've got PSV, Arsenal, Lens, Sevilla, Copenhagen, Galatasaray, Inter, Real, Sociedad, Man United, Bayern, Napoli, Braga, Salzburg, Benfica, Union Berlin, Real Madrid, Crvena Zvezda, Man City, Leipzig, Young Boys, Antwerp, Barca, Atletico, Lazio, Celtic, Feyenoord, Dortmund, PSG, Porto, Shakhtar, and Newcastle, AC Milan. So that's over tomorrow morning and Thursday morning.
And Friday morning, if you really want more football, there's Europa League and Conference League, but obviously we're not going to go over that because our teams aren't playing. We only went over a little bit of it last year because, our teams were in it because we were too shit to be in Champions League.
Exactly right.
Yeah. Which Dom might find himself in that case if they win against Bayern Munich somehow.
If we beat Bayern Munich, it'd be a miracle. Absolute miracle, I'm telling you.
Well,
all right, let's get to
a strong team. They've won every game or something like that. So I think they're clear on top. So
who knows,
might play some seconds.
I've got no confidence. So just sitting around, plugging along, doing our thing at United. We suck. All right, let's get to an actual team that I follow more closely than United, and that is Al Nassr. Let's get to the games this week in the Saudi League. Damak defeat Al Ittihad 3-1. No Benzi in this match, and it showed. Al Hazem defeat Al Fateh 2-0. Al Shabab Al Ettifaq 0-0. 3 red cards in this game, ladies and gentlemen. So go have a look at that one. Al Tawun defeat Al Fayha 4-1. Al Halal beat Al Tay 2-1. They continue their great form. 3-1 Al Khalija over Abba. Red card in that one. Al Nassr defeat Al Riyadh 4-1. The GOAT scored in that one. Al Ali Al Raid 0-0. Al Wada defeat Al Akdud 2-0. And there was a red card for Al Akdud. So there was all across the week. 5 red cards there in the Saudi Pro League. The Kings Cup this morning. That's like their FA Cup. Al Nassr won in the semi-final, 5-1, and Ronaldo scored again. So happy days for everyone. Games this week: Abba Al Hazem, Al Akdud Al Tay, Faya Ali, Raya Damak, Fatah versus Shabab, Al Halal versus Wader, Riyadh versus Khalij, and Al Etifak versus Al Tawun. There's no Al Nassr game this week, so not too happy about that. So that is it for the Saudi League. All right, Source, over to you for some UFC.
Yeah. Doma, I think there's Asian Champions League for Al Nassr. That's why they're probably not playing.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, UFC is sponsored by Roll Clean. So head over to www.rollclean.com.au. Use the code double coverage at checkout to buy yourself some beautiful soap and hygienic products from magnesium bath salts, Boost Balm, beard oil, bath bombs if you're into that sort of stuff. I know the ladies love them. All natural, made with all natural ingredients, and 100% Australian owned out of South Australia. So make sure you check them out, rollclean.com.au, or hit them up at rollclean soap on the socials. All right, Doma, UFC fight night, Song versus Gutierrez. I'll run through the main card. The results: you had middleweight bout to kick off the main card. Adrian Munez defeating Jun Young Park with a decision result. In the bantamweight division, Tim Elliott defeated Sumadri out of China. First round submission. In the lightweight, you had Nasrat Hakprest defeating Jamie Malaki KO in the first round. Unfortunately, the Aussie Malaki doesn't get the job done. Got absolutely pummeled. It was brutal, but look, if you don't protect your chin, you don't protect your chin in this game, it's gonna end not well for you, mate. Anthony Smith defeated by Khalil Roundtree Jr. with a KO in the third round. Unfortunate for Anthony Smith. He was on the way up a little bit, but good win by Khalil. And then the main event, Song Yadong defeats Chris Gutierrez in a decision, goes the distance all the way to 5 rounds. Song Yadong, a very, very heavy favorite, minus 380 favorite, which means that you'd have to put on $380 to get back $100 profit if you don't know how to read American odds.
Wow.
So you do the math in that, right? Total strikes 160 to 105, 2 takedowns to none. Significant strikes 77 to 87. That's about it. Geez, I tell you what, there wasn't too much. It's just the total strikes, got the 2 takedowns. Geez, wasn't a lot in it. Was not a lot in it. Was not a lot in it, let me tell you. The fourth round, he unloaded 51 strikes to 17. I reckon they probably scored him a 10-8 round in that one. And then the fourth, you know what I'm going to say about that, Doma? Song Yadong in the third and the round breakdown, when you go on the UFC website, it's got the round breakdown, total strikes by round and everything. They always say the championship rounds are the 4th and 5th rounds. Well, let me tell you, in the 4th and 5th rounds, he went 51 strikes to 17, and then he went 53 strikes to 8. So he just outlaid volume on Chris Gutierrez, and that's probably where he got the decision win. Because I tell you what, through the first 3 rounds, it looked pretty even. But well done to the Song Yadong in that card. And then upcoming this weekend, this is a massive card. This is UFC 296 this Sunday, starting from 2 p.m. the main card, out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Headlined by Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington for the welterweight title. And then a co-main event of Alejandra Potoya against Brandon Royval for the flyweight title. That is unbelievable, Doma. And then the welterweight bout, Shavrat Rakhmonov against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. That's a cracking bout. Then you got Tony Ferguson, who's been through hell week with David Goggins on the lead up to this fight.
I did see that,
The baddie, Bimblet. And then you got Vicente Luque against Ian
Garay.
Ian Gary, but I was trying to come up with a funny name because I'm not sure if you've seen the back and forth and what's happened with Ian Gary, and I'm not sure. Are you across that, Doma? Do you know what's going down?
No idea
Oh,
what's happened there.
so pretty much, Ian Gary is married to this woman who is an older woman than he. I think he's only about. When he met her, he was 23 or something like that.
Okay.
He's 26 now. Married, got a kid with her. She's like 40 years old. She's like 40 years old or something. And she has written a book, and it can be bought on Amazon, and he's sold on Amazon. How to be a wag.
Okay.
How to be a wag. Right?
Yeah.
And she's married Ian Gary, in sense she's a wag, right?
Yeah.
And people have just been giving him shit. And essentially she goes into that book in how to rope a dope younger athletes, if you're a good-looking woman, into falling in love with you so that you can obviously have a good life because they make a lot of money.
How good is he? He's all over it, mate.
So, look.
It's a living case study.
Yeah, it's a living case study. It's actually pretty funny. It's actually happened to him. So people are like going like, this is fucked up, this and that. But anyway, long story short, you go down the rabbit hole, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to. That's what I was talking about. But nonetheless, that's a big card. UFC 296. I'll give you my results. I'm going Leon Edwards gets the win. I'm gonna go with the champ, Alejandra Portoya. I don't really know too much about that weight division, flyweight. I'm not gonna beat around the bush that. Shavkat Rakhmonov against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. This is a very one of those cases where you've got Wonderboy's a great striker and Rakhmonov is a great grappler, right? And obviously you know what he's going to try to do. He's going to try to get into the ground. Wonderboy Thompson doesn't want it to go to ground. We've seen in the past Wonderboy Thompson, he's an okay grappler, but obviously he's not as good as some people, and his advantage is his length, is his striking. So I think Shavkat Rakhmonov actually gets this to the ground. He's a minus 520 favorite, Doma. Yes, you heard that right. You have to put $520 down to get back $100 of profit on Shavkat Rakhmonov, and I'm going to go with the punters in this one and stick to the favorite. I think Shavkat does get the win. Then we've got Tony Ferguson against Paddy Pimblett. I don't know, because Paddy Pimblett in his last fight was not convincing, Dom. And I'm not saying that Tony Ferguson has been convincing, but Tony Ferguson, he's got, he's been around. It's one of those cases where people write off the old vet, and the old vet can pull out one of those results. And I've been riding Paddy Pimblett for a while now. I think he's still good. I think he's very good. I'll just be interested to see how he goes against someone like Ferguson, who I probably think is probably one of his better opponents he's faced. I don't know. It's a toss of the coin for me.
I'm going Ferguson.
Well, I'm leaning to Ferguson. So I'm going to go with Tony Ferguson. I'm going with the vet. He's a plus 270 underdog, meaning you put down $100. You put down $100, Doma, you're going to get back $270 profit.
He's the Wish version of Conor McGregor. He's no good. I reckon he's good, but he's overrated. So overrated.
So I'm going to go with Tony Ferguson, and then you've got Vicente Luque against Ian Machado. Gary, I'm going to go with Ian Gary. I think he'll get the job done. He's a heavy favorite. Doma, I'll just give a couple of names. Josh Emmett against Bryce Mitchell in the featherweight division. Great fight. That's on the prelim. That starts from 12 p.m. You got Cody Gambrat against Brian Keller in the bantamweight. That's a good fight. That's on the prelims. And then you got the early prelims. You got Alonzo Minefield against Dustin Jacoby in the light heavyweight. That's a good fight. Man, it's just every fight's good, pretty decent here. You got Randy Brown against Muslim Shalikov in the welterweight division. Both those guys are coming up. So, look, some good fights. A good day to sit your ass down this Sunday. If it's a hot one, don't want to, obviously, unless you want to go enjoy the nice weather and the beach.
Crack a few froths.
Not a keen. Don't worry. You can always just sit your ass on the couch and watch the main event. You can also just probably just get the main event wherever you are and watch it on your mobile device. It's always an option. So definitely tune in. UFC this weekend is massive.
Nice. Thank you, Saucy. Sonny, what's happening, bro? Brett says Wonder Boy is one kick away from an upset. Multiverse reckons Paddy will win. And Brett says that Paddy is an English Sage Northcote. I actually heard that Sage Northcote might actually come back and fight. Back in the UFC. So watch this space, I guess. I don't know. All right, so let's get into hobby talk. Straight into it tonight. Straight into it. If you haven't seen what's been happening, the ASCC card show over in Macau, you can probably go on to Dan the Cardman's page. You can see some of his content there. Cherry's been over there, but massive show. Reports have been that it's been fantastic. Great get together of the hobby community, but obviously cards are super expensive. A lot of high end stuff there. We heard, but that's okay. That's mate. If you're doing stuff in Macau and you're going to an event there, I'm expecting it to be high end. To be honest, Saucer, you've been there. I've never been, but
yeah,
Macau is a pretty
big and grand and
high end.
Yeah, it is. I mean, there are some like places where I wandered around there and I was like, oh, this looks a little bit sketchy. But I mean, what city or any place you go to that you don't find those streets and
get that here
and things,
in Australia,
right? Exactly. So, but yeah, there is a lot of big and grand, and I'm sure that's what they would have. I mean, imagine there. I mean, I think if it would have been marketed towards people of China as like their biggest sort of show, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Or Asia show, and I'm guessing that a few people from maybe other countries, maybe Japanese people, or other collectors, and that might have gone there.
Gone from everywhere.
Yeah,
so that's good. That's a good turnout. It was massive. So great stuff there. Prism checklist source has dropped. So I will bring that up quickly. If you want to get your thing
yeah, I got them ready, mate.
Ready? Yeah, you got it ready. You're all over it. Let's go in and zoom in here. Here we go. I'm pretty sure we've gone through this before on the preview. Here's Casey Wallace, rookie of Bilal Koulibaly, who's actually been playing pretty well for the Wizards. Keontae George for the Jazz. Autos, sticker dump. Here's Stephen Curry. Kaleidoscope of Jason Tatum. This card actually looks pretty good, Source. So,
I'm just laughing at the comments, Donna, that have come in here. They're pretty funny.
Best shady places in Melbourne asking for a mate. Grey Street. The illustrated Prismania makes its debut. I'll tell you what, it looks a lot better than what Select Footy Stars had. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, it does.
So the mascots cards. Here we go. Cards per pack, 12 in the hobby, 8 in the choice, 9 in the fast break. Per box, 12 in a hobby, 1 in choice, 10 in a fast break. And per case, 12 in a hobby, 20 in a choice, and 20 fast break. Set size is TBA. What to expect? 2 autos, 10 inserts, 22 Prism parallels. There's the breakdown. Maybe there isn't a checklist. I thought there was. Maybe it's just a preview. There you go. So you get bit more of a look at some of the cards that are in there. All right, I'm going to throw to you, Saucy, because you've got something that has come across.
Yeah, come across. I was just having a look at just stuff that's coming out, and I seen this come up on Cherry's website. So Wolverine 2023 Upper Deck Marvel Fleer Ultra Wolverine Hobby Box. Marvel Fleer Ultra Wolverine shines the spotlight on an all-new original art from top artists. Collect iconic Fleer Ultra designs, limited number parallels, chase cards, artist and creator autographs, and brand new inserts. 100-card original art base set with 5 parallels, including printing plates and true one-of-ones, all numbered comic cuts, all numbered. Look for autographs and dual autographs. So here's a bit of a preview. I don't know if I can hang on. Let's see if I can do the old
zoom.
Zoom in so we can get those a bit bigger. There we go. Hang on. Oh, get rid of your
You've had
search
enough.
bar, Cherry. Come on, mate.
There
Get
we
rid of
go.
what's this rewards button? Come on, guys. Anyway, here we go. Hang on, I might need to zoom one out. Oh, I think that's a
Yeah,
bit
they
better.
did global. We spoke about that last week on the show. eBay buying into ComC.
There we
Check
go.
out last week's ep.
There's a few of the guards. You can check it out. I have had a bit of a look around. You know, Cherry's had it on pre-order. There you go. You can find out more information. I just thought it was something cool, something different.
Yeah, nice.
You know what I mean? Obviously, Doma, what I always speak about, always looking for something else fun to rip. I like Wolverine. It's a bit of value. It's $350 a box. I mean, you know, Cherry does have it cheaper than DA Card World, who has it at $259.95 on pre-order, which equates to 394 Australian a box. By the time you decide to get the delivery and whatnot, you know, there you go. If you live local to Cherry, you can go pick up the box, or it's probably going to cost you $10 or $12 to get it sent out. Or I don't know if they do free shipping on certain orders over a certain amount. They might. Who knows, right? Maybe they have some sort of free shipping thing over Christmas. You get free shipping on a certain amount of price order it then, you don't pay shipping, save yourself a bit of money. So as far as I see, Cherry's got a decent price, but yeah, you always got to be careful with these sort of things. But at the same time, you know, a similar sort of set in the Spider-Man, which released last year, Doma. I mean, you know, I never decided to pre-order a box at 300 or 400, and I think now the boxes are sitting well up around the $800 plus mark. You can't get one for less than that. So look, at the end of the day, look at it like this, ladies and gentlemen. You know, is it something that you'd be interested in ripping? Obviously, you're not paying the exorbitant prices that you would on like a Don Ross Optic hobby box or something Prism hobby box, or you know, an impeccable box or something like that. But at the end of the day, it's something fun. You get to rip some cards, Wolverine cards, which are pretty cool, and different avenue of the hobby, I say. So yeah, this is one product that I've looked at, so check it out. Obviously do your research and
So
decide whether
Sources
you want
obviously had a look at this because it's one that's like we can get it here in Australia that's cheaper than like DA Card World and Steel City. Card Experience says Prism's a classic. Everyone loves to hate it. A week later, everyone's doing rainbows. We're all suckers for it. 100%. He said product looks good, but price is a bit steep. Bring back the less than 200 boxes with hits, and I'll spend 10 times. I'll give you the reality. Card Experience, that is never going to happen. Even when Fanatics take over, you're not getting your less than $200 a box type thing, unless it's a piece of shit product and it's got nothing in it. So
yeah, I mean, the only boxes you're going to get these days at those prices, if you're buying basketball, is a retail box that doesn't guarantee you any number cards, just guarantees you a certain amount of parallels, and that's about it. You know, you're going to buy those breakaway boxes or whatever they call, you know,
Mate,
those second, like, you know, the
not
H2 boxes. That's the only cheap sort of boxes that you're going to get. If you want to get the premium boxes, a hobby box where you guarantee one autograph per box, or sometimes two autographs, or it might be one autograph, one mem card per box. You're guaranteed one autograph, one mem card, and like two numbered cards per box or some shit like that. Mate, we're never going to see, you know, of a decent product or of a product that you actually like to collect, like that's decent, right? And not the low end stuff, or like the, you know, the bottom 6 or 7 or 8 or 10 products that Panini produces of basketball. You're not going to see that again. It's not coming, and it's not going to get fixed when Fanatics is here. They're just going to print more variations, print more varieties, retail exclusive, this blah 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 blah, to increase the amount of production to sell more product.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stick to footy says global. The only boxes I'd rip is footy. 100%. It's a lot of fun.
Good,
a lot of fun.
Good fun and ripping. Legacy.
All right, so it's another one from you. A One Piece story that's come across your eyes during the week, which is
hang on.
So just a bit of a background. OPO5 released this week, so everyone's very keen for that. It's got Gear 5 Luffy in it, which is like a hit. So people pretty up and about. Not familiar with that, apologies. If you're not familiar with One Piece and Luffy, and he's the main character, very popular. There's a certain card in there. And these blister packs are being sold at Kmart's, Is it Kmart or Target Source? Kmart, isn't it? I think it's Kmart.
Big W, Big W.
Oh, Big W. There you go. So these blister packs are being sold at Big W. So people going gangbusters. I've seen in some One Piece groups, people getting trash bags full of these blisters. They're going crazy. $7 a pop. So
Yeah.
they're loving life. So, but Saucy came across something that's very interesting, and it's a be wary and just be vigilant when you're buying these blister packs at Big W.
All right, I'm gonna bring this up. Also share audio. Yep. We'll watch this video and then we'll obviously just have a bit of a chat about it. I'll just
fully sealed. Everything's all tight. It's got sticky tape at the top here. All right, I'm gonna open them. So these were returned, yeah. Okay. Yeah, look, sealed. They're resealed. They're opened. They're opened.
Open it.
So they opened it. So they basically glued it all together.
Opened it.
Yeah. They opened it, and then it's already open.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. So that's already open.
That's cut
That was
open
already cut
and
open.
glued back.
Yeah. Yeah. Even on this side here. So you can see here already. Look at that. This is a sealed.
Yeah, you can see
it's
it's cut open already.
It's cut open at the thing right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if I were to open this, I'm going to open this one as well. And open it, and look, it's
Cut
already
open.
It's already open.
Yeah.
Right here. So I'll just open this all completely. Take out the thing. Everything is all glued. So this is all fresh glue. See that?
Yeah.
It's fresh glue. Already opened.
So like I went to the effort of like
Right here. All of the rares taken. Nothing. Guarantee this last one, just for.
all right, Tom. I won't share. I won't
We've
share
seen
the
enough
last
there.
one.
We got
We've seen enough. It goes for
blister.
another 20 seconds. Is another one he opens. You had three blister packs. People
Rolled
have
it on
obviously
three.
gone to they've gone to Big W, bought the blister packs, taken them home, opened them up, cut it very carefully at the top, enough to leave enough on there so that they could reseal it, taken out all the rares or whatever they've found, put all the base cards back in there, and then resealed the pack and then resealed it, the blister, which obviously they opened up very carefully. I think maybe, however they've done that, and then return the packs back to Big W, which, Big W and these places shouldn't take returns on this sort of stuff. So it's disappointing to see that they don't have a no returns policy, and it should be brought into consumer law. If you ask me, I mean, these big companies have enough pull with these consumer law people, and they should say, look, this is happening. We look, just to prevent this, we just don't want to have returns on trading. It's a non-refundable product, and it fixes the issue. So I think that's probably where this is heading eventually, because I think Big W's had a number. There's been this has been a big issue, because apparently this isn't the only video that floating across One Piece, groups, Australia group. So this is just one Piece group that I'm in. There's multiple, and this is actually one video. And I sent this to I actually sent this to Positive, who we see in the chat, who collects One Piece and does a bit of One Piece stuff. And he said, he's like, that's not the same video I've seen. I've already seen that video like this. I'm like, so it's happening to more people. Like, so, just be careful out there buying those blisters. I mean, people, they look at it like this, they get the cards for free, they get the best cards for free, and whatever they sell off it, they make, and it's bizarre. I've just said this, when it comes to this stuff, and people wanting to make $1, people will go to lengths to rort people. I mean, we've seen it over and over again in this hobby. So
that's the loophole there. There's a return policy. So why, like, if you're a scammer, why wouldn't you rip it, take the best cards, get your refund on the $7, and then anything you're stolen out of the packs is profit for you. You don't need to try and make back $7. You start from scratch on everything. So I tell you, there's always an elaborate scheme. This is just the latest and greatest of many that happen in this hobby, but it is one to definitely stay vigilant of. And Brett is on the money. Kids and mums won't know a thing about this at all. They wouldn't have a clue. They'll get home, the kid will open, he'll be like, "Why is my pack open already?" It's just ridiculous. Card Experience said, "We have plastic security sealed on packs in Kmart. Big W to follow. More than likely."
Have you seen
do
those,
they-
Tomo? It's like a big plastic, it's like a clear see-through DVD case that's locked. And
So
they
graded. So it's a graded
magnetic
pack.
thing.
Is it a graded?
It's a graded pack, but essentially that's what it is. And the blisters are in that. Then they're hung on
Yeah,
the
I've
shelf,
seen
and you
them.
got to
I've
grab
seen them.
some Kmart's and stuff. They just keep it behind the counter. I think that's
Counter,
the best
yeah.
course of action.
Yeah.
Um,
Do they check ID for return? Surely they'll be able to catch the pest. I don't know. Probably not. I wouldn't have thought so. Yeah, wouldn't have thought so.
Who knows?
But yeah, definitely stay vigilant if you're collecting OPO5. We've made you aware.
I just think anything. I just really think anything. Like
Could happen in Pokemon as well.
Even if you're
for
buying some
sure.
Pokemon packs, man, for $7 a pack, just for this, even if you're not no plans of to make a video out of it, just film yourself opening the packs. Like just
Yeah.
film yourself opening the packs. I got home, I bought these packs, I'm gonna open them. I just want to open them, make sure they're not like resealed or anything. Tampered with, just in case for some reason that happens to you, mate. You take them back to the store and you say, "Look, man, like I just wanted to buy the packs. Obviously, I'm going to try to return them. There is a returns policy, but this is where I hope that these companies do eventually turn to a no returns policy."
Yeah, especially
which
for
I think
cards.
that I think they do have that in America, which was happening a lot. So I think like Targets in America and stuff like that don't have a returns policy on cards,
especially on cards, man. Especially on cards. Yeah, you don't know.
Be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. Just
a lot of
obviously,
smart people, mate.
As the true hobby watchdogs of the hobby, just bringing you that sort of insightful information about the latest One Piece release and just any packs in general.
Exactly.
Buying from Kmart and Big W and small stores like that.
All right, Sauce. We're going to end this show on a very big high, as per usual.
Woo!
Mr. Core Kings. Thanks for buying from Mr. Core Kings. Love the hobby. Be the hobby. Insta at Mr. Core Kings. That is Matty Tabe for you that don't know. Always in the chat. Always in our videos. Big follower of Double Coverage and good friend of us as well. So thank you very much. We're going to pack war. We're going to see who wins. Winner takes all. I'm going to end up giving it to Sauce, I reckon. Well, we're 1-1 here, Sauce, because I beat you the first time. You beat me the second time. So I'm going to hide that. And he does a good job with these repacks. You can get them on eBay. He sells them on his eBay store. A lot of them are just like, you get a lot of just base rubbish, but he likes to put rookies. There might be base, but there's rookies.
No eBay store. Go straight to his Instagram, mate. There's no eBay store.
Sadiq on my bay. Theo Maladon, rookie. The Dragon, we'll take that in the Heat jersey too. It's a silver. There you go. Magic
insert.
Hall monitors. Who's that? Matisse Thibault, the Aussie. Donovan Mitchell, Jam Masters. Quentin Grimes, rated rookie. And a Quentin Grimes Prism rookie. And my hit is a Cassius Winston Heir Apparent Auto.
Not bad.
Rookie for the Wizards.
Not bad. But I reckon I can beat it.
That switch? Yeah, I reckon you can.
All right, here we go. What do we got here? Denny, rookie. Desmond Bain, rookie. Pritchard, rookie. Who's that?
The
Chef. Oh, Court Kings. That's a nice card. I might put that in my binder. Thank you very much. That's actually very nice imagery.
Oh, that's a good card. The next one. He's playing well.
Yes, Shaden Sharp looks like he's an absolute baller, which many people didn't pick.
You're winning here. You're winning here on the little insert.
Sabonis. Who's this bloke? This Sedigious Thornwell. I don't think he's even in the league anymore.
Is that Goga?
Dwight Powell, and then Ignas Brazinkas.
Oh, what's the hit?
King Shaden Sharp, and the hit is numbered to 99.
Oh, you won.
Hang on.
You won. Mine's the 99 as well, actually.
Game worn patch.
Wow.
Al Horford.
Whoa.
X Factor. That's actually a nice card. Fucking beauty. At number to 99, Al Horford, Celtics, and you know what? It's all right. It's a napkin patch, but at least the napkin patch matches the jersey on the card.
Yeah, that's cool.
What match? It's white jersey, white patch.
You're winning. You've won. Well, you're not winning. You've won. Brett says, I have some news. My girlfriend bought me a Max Verstappen F1 car Funko. Nice surprise. Was it the only one on the shelf because he's just that far ahead of everyone?
Oh, that's a low blow.
Boom.
That's a low blow.
Nah, he's a gun. I love Max Verstappen.
No, I'm saying that's a low blow for all the rest of the
it's everyone else. Stuff everyone else, man. That's the GOAT.
Brett, you know what you got to tell her to do next? Show her where you buy the autographed mini helmets and tell her you want one of those next, Max Verstappen. And just say, yeah, this is the next present. And just point her in that direction, mate. That's how you get them onto the good stuff, you know? Like, I pointed her in the way of a Magic Johnson signed jersey. I got a Magic Johnson signed jersey.
Yeah. Until she goes, you point her down that way, she buys your Logan Sargent fucking mini helmet order, and you freaking go, oh, thanks, babe. That's awesome. So, Brett says, I miss Sauce's car pack rips. You're gonna have to.
Yeah, I'll put some. Well, because I used to just keep a few packs in my car, just for a couple of YouTube shorts on YouTube. I may have to chuck a few packs back in there. I did a bit of a cleanup and found a few packs and stuff. So why not? Very
nice. On that note, that's it. Another week down, and we'll see you all again next week. That's for sure. Half of myself, Dom, and the great man Sauce keep living, loving, and breathing sport. It's double coverage. Thank you all once again. Like, subscribe. Peace.
All that good stuff. Peace out, ladies and gents. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.